All right, this is Life in the Dad Lane, episode 2, 5 weeks. I'm Ed Placencia, and I'm here, as always, with Lane Compton. Lane, dude, what is it like being a dad of a 5-week-old?
It's 1 week more insane than the last. I don't know. It is something. There's something to be said for how rapid change happens. I mean,
Really?
Some mornings I wake up, it's like, you look different than yesterday. What in the world is going on? Yeah. So 1 week more. I mean, I feel like the weight of him I can feel more in my arm as I hold him.
Really?
He's starting to get some double chin action. He's plumping out. A little smush face is turning into a little, healthy fat blob of mother's milk.
I hope that's what it says under his senior portrait in the yearbook.
Yeah, exactly.
That blob of mother's milk.
Yeah, he's starting to get the rolls, and his voice, I think you and I probably would pay attention to it maybe slightly more than others, being that we like to play in that world, voice and voiceover and whatnot. But I've noticed that his cry has changed in tone.
Really?
And yeah, there's things changing. I mean, physically he's changing, but of course it would also change how the voice is formed and comes out.
Right.
Yeah, there's tones that are different and changing, and it's hard to think too. Like, there's this little thing he does after he sneezes that is like my favorite sound in the world now. And it's slowly disappearing.
Really?
And that's kind of heartbreaking.
Have you been able to like capture it on like video or audio? Okay, good.
My wife finally got it. I think just this morning even, or maybe yesterday morning. But yeah, we have it. It's not the best version. Right. But it's like I told her, I know it in my heart, man. It's in there. It's logged. It's banked.
So cool. We just talked a week ago, and it's just crazy to hear just even that changing in just a week.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And there's things he doesn't fit into anymore. Like the outfit he came home from the hospital in, he doesn't fit into anymore.
Really? Lengthwise, widthwise, or just all around?
I guess it's length. He's very tall, and I think it was probably already a little tight to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like 9 pounds probably now. I mean, his checkup the week before, he had surpassed his birth weight, and which is a great thing. It's kind of a weird process that I didn't know, is when they're born, they're weight, they weigh them, and then they start losing weight. And as long as they don't lose up to 10% of their weight, it's kind of considered okay and normal. And then they start gaining back, which I had no idea. It's like, oh, that's how, it's like, well, no, now he's losing weight and we got to make sure he's feeding. And, that's why the nurses are coming in every 2 hours, waking you up, making sure that you're getting that kid fed, because they really watch that, because if he isn't, latching and feeding well, that can be an issue. But here we are. So
that's good.
Yeah. So he's a fat blob, and getting bigger.
What's your routine as far as you and your wife? Do you guys have a routine as far as who gets up and who helps when, or is it just depend on what it is that's needed?
For now, I'm handling most of the changes. Unless I'm like in something like this and he needs to be changed right now. I do all the changes primarily to help her with recovery, so she's not having to get up and down, especially throughout the night. And at first I was up and like present during the feedings, and there, I mean, of course in the hospital, because it's a tiny little room, they walk in, they wake you up. But even at home, I was a little bit more present. Now I'm kind of like, I'm awake. I help her get situated, because she's got this big pillow thing that she puts. It's like the 90s little like lean back arm thing pillows that you probably had on the floor playing video games. Next to your beanbag and inflatable couch.
Exactly.
But yeah, kind of help her get situated, and if she needs her water bottle filled, and maybe a snack, yada yada yada. But then I'll kind of like doze back asleep while she feeds, and then she'll wake me up when it's time to change him.
And how's she feeling? I know last week you mentioned that, she's recovering from a major operation. How's she doing this week?
She's good. I mean, as far as her step count is improving. She's got more steps in every
day. All right, good.
And we're doing more walks and things like that. But it is kind of surprising for her, I think, that she'll be like, I still feel like someone punched me in the gut. It's like, well, yeah, it was only a month ago that you had some insane surgery. And time is kind of a weird thing because we're stuck. I mean, I shouldn't say stuck. We are luckily able to just be home with him right now together. It is a blessing. But sometimes I get a little cabin fever, feel a little stir crazy. And so time's weird because we're just here, we're in it, and it's like we see his changes and he's growing so much, and it feels like so much happens when, also nothing happens. And so I think the time being an illusion is kind of warping that mentality of like, yeah, you're still healing and it's going to be time, it's going to take that time. But thanks for asking. I think she would say she's making strides. Yeah. But there's always those days of discouragement when you're recovering and you feel like two steps forward, one step back, or one step forward, two steps back.
Well, and it's hard also not to compare what you were able to do just a month ago. Now all of a sudden you can't. And it's hard to forget, or it's hard to remember that you just had a major thing done. Of course you shouldn't be able to. And even, the mind is willing, but the body can't always follow suit and keep up. And that's got to be frustrating.
Yeah, it is. And for her in particular, she's had a major spine surgery that she had to recover from. And that was a lot of work, which she did valiantly, hitting PT twice a week and doing exercises on her own. But that took over a year. And to get back to like, I'm where I was before. But I think that also is like, God, I'm back here again in recovery again. And, it's tough. It's tough. Yeah. And the body has changed so much. It's pretty wild what the woman goes through. It's a lot of change.
You mentioned last week that he sleeps in a little bassinet or a cradle next to the bed. During the daytime, does he sleep in his room, or is that usually in the same area, or just wherever he happens to be laying?
Generally on one of us.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got a couple of those like wrap carrying things, and so just to keep him around us at this stage, we're trying to get as much contact time with him as possible right now. So he'll sleep in that, just like hanging out as you're doing the dishes, or what other things need to be done around the house, or because my wife is trying to really limit movement until she chooses to go for a walk or something like that. She's generally kind of hanging out doing stuff on the couch, and so she will have him just kind of chilling with her.
I gotta say, Lane, for as much as you're doing right now, you look pretty well rested. You look like you're doing all right. Are you getting more than you thought you would, or how's that at this point?
Well, it kind of comes and goes, and it's really helped to get back into some form of exercise. I need that myself. I mean, I think everybody should. But myself in particular, I know that I really need to be active and have some type of movement. So I've been trying to reincorporate some of the activities that I would do outside the home, but even in home. Like when she's feeding during the day, I try and do push-ups and sit-ups while she's there doing that, just to like stay active and get the blood flow going. And she's doing something that's really contributing to our family. I might as well, contribute by taking care of myself.
And it gives her something nice to look at while she's doing
there you go. I'm good arm candy, man. Let me tell you, I'm arm candy, and I know it. And you got to keep that up.
We all dream of having a hottie work out in front of us.
Hey, pal. Comes with the territory, I guess. I don't know.
That's the bargain she made when she said yes.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, some days I feel like I'm running on fumes, and We're doing a pretty good job, I think, of helping each other out. Like, we've kind of been rotating every morning, giving the other person a couple extra hours, and just getting up and taking the kid when he's getting fussy in the morning, or
Right.
he's just awake and, he's cooing and making sounds in the bassinet. Let's get him up and out. So we've been rotating back and forth, and today was my day to get a couple extra hours. So I got like an extra hour and a half this morning. So
oh, nice.
That helps.
Nice.
That helps. Yeah.
It seems a lot of times with couples, if one gets sick, the other one doesn't, and can kind of help take care, and kind of like that seems to happen a lot. Is that because it sounds like you guys have a really good partnership going. Is that kind of what happens with you guys so far, where fortunately when one of you is kind of dragging, the other one kind of has a little extra, or do you find yourself both kind of in sync with your energy levels?
Yeah, that is kind of remarkable, isn't it? It does happen a lot. I think we're that way with a lot of things. Yeah. Even on days where one is just more run down or more tired or busier, has a few extra errands or things that need to get done, I feel like we're able to kind of step up for the other person. Some days we're both just too busy to do it, but not right now, because now we have one goal: keep the little man alive. Keeping him alive. I mean, that's...
You have a primary objective.
Yes, yeah. Let him survive. But yeah, it's a tricky time. We just had both of the grandparents leave. So my parents were out for a little bit, and her parents were out for a little bit. So yeah, her parents came for like the first 10 days, and then her best friend, who is a doula, came and stayed with us for a few days. Yeah, she's a professional doula, and happens to also be my wife's best friend. So that was a wonderful thing to have that extra kind of guidance, as feeding and things like that were happening to my wife, and more important than ever. So it's good to have her friend here. And then my parents came. Sidebar, like, our parents are actually very good friends, and so they were staying at the same house together, and then like doing shifts and coming and helping us.
What?
Yeah. We call them the outlaws, not the in-laws, because they get together and start making plans around, I mean, the kid traveling the world, whatever, you name it, they're scheming something. Trying to build a compound for the family.
Right.
So but now, as of today, both grandparents are gone, and we're officially on our own.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because they just left today, is there an immediate, you feel it, or is it going to take maybe a day to feel it?
I think it's going to take a little bit of time, but psychologically, it was hitting, I think, yesterday, of like,
wow.
Oh man, yeah, tomorrow, it's not, what time are you guys coming by? Could you help with this? Could you take this Amazon package back? Whatever. Right. They were helping with many things, in particular meals, which was such a blessing, just one less thing to have to worry about, but also coming by and holding him for a couple hours if we needed a nap in the afternoon. And so it's like, dun dun dun. And then there were two.
Are they both out of state? Both sets of parents?
Mine are, and then my wife's parents live just north in San Francisco. We're in Los Angeles. Okay. So it's like a 7-hour drive, 45-minute flight. If something was really, if the shit was really hitting the fan, they could definitely pop in, both of them, in pretty quick time, and I think would. Yeah. But it's not immediate. It's not just around the corner or down the street. Right. So. Yeah. The one thing that I thought was really remarkable that happened for my wife was the feeling of, oh, I want my mom, but then the recognition that she's now that for somebody else. Like, oh, mommy, I want my mom. As we kind of all have that thing, especially when, I mean, not everyone, but I think a lot of people, even in, you hear the stories of young men on the battlefield, they're not crying for, country or anything else at the last moment. They're yelling, mom, mommy.
Right.
Now she is that, and we are that for somebody else, mom and dad. And that feeling is ours, we're leaving. and we were so grateful to have them. And it's like, oh, mom, help, dad, help me with this. Can you know? Now we're gonna be that for somebody else, and yeah, it's kind of an emotional roller coaster for her in particular. But what watching that, witnessing that was, kind of a revelation. It's like you asked last week, like, has it set in, or like, is it, and it is more and more every time a moment like that happens, where it's like, oh God, yeah, I'm really a dad. This is,
right.
Not just a fun, let's do a podcast, life in the dad lane. It's like, that's great. There's that, and there's a cute little fun moments.
Right.
But it's also like, yeah, it's kind of like, because just like drop down a little bit. It's like, it's now your dad.
Right. Have you done anything? Have you found yourself as a dad catching yourself doing things that is your dad or even your mom? Like, are you hearing your parents in anything yet?
Oh man, as I've gotten older, I hear my dad and myself all the time.
Yeah.
Certainly just in preparation. My dad's super handy guy, so lots of stuff around the house, and I've learned to be that through him and growing up in a house like that. But yesterday there was a fire down the street, or like down the hill from where we live. We live in the hills just kind of south of Pasadena. So if anyone's been tracking that forest fires throughout the beginning of this year, one of them in Altadena, Pasadena, was very close to us. And there we were right on the outskirts of the evac zone. And so since everyone's nerves are a little heightened and, our radar is certainly up. And in the last 2 weeks since we've brought the kiddo home, there have been now 3, counting the yesterday one, fires within a couple block radius from where we live.
Really?
Yes, in the hills.
Wow. And
so that's been a little alarming and definitely kicks you into like, okay, gather the family.
Right.
Get ready. Get the go bags.
I was going to say, do you have a go bag?
We do, because my wife is such a great preparer. I would just be like, let's go. Let's get out of here. Where's the kid? Got him? Good. Let's go.
Got the kid. That's all we need.
All right. Yeah. Thank God for her, man. This ship would be sinking. We both pull our weight.
There you go.
But yeah, no, that was definitely that, like, every fire that we've seen, and they're small, and the fire department is so on it because there's a lot of homes around, and so they're putting them out within hours. But when you can see the smoke and the flames, and you're like, whoa, oh my God.
Wow.
You definitely kick into that, like, protect the family at all costs.
Right.
Is this going to be the beginning of the road where I'm,
I forgot to ask, do you guys have any pets?
We don't.
Okay. All right.
We don't have pets at the moment. We don't have a yard. We're both, I think we would say we're both dog people. I think we love all animals. And we don't have a yard. We do have a lot of open space and trails and things around us. But I think we both grew up where if we had a dog, we always had a lot of space for it to have its ability to roam and do its thing.
Yeah.
And we're not little tiny, put your dog in the bag type of people.
Right.
Or as in some around the neighborhood, put them in the stroller and walk them around type of dogs.
Yeah.
To each their own.
Of course.
But yeah, no pets. No
okay.
Pets. You got pets?
Yeah, 2 dogs and a cat. Yeah.
But, nice.
A buddy of mine, he once told me, when you have a dog, when you've got a dog and you have a kid, the dog becomes a dog.
That checks out. And I think I get that.
I did want to ask you, Lane, if you have any entries in the Diaper Diaries you'd like to crack open and share with us.
I went to work this week to make sure I was prepared, not wasting our time here, and I've got one.
Oh, all right.
Ready to pull up. It was an eventful one. This was 6:04 a.m.
Okay.
Mushy, yellow. The young lad decided not to sleep between the last feed in this one. He did not waste his time idly. No. He spent it collecting and storing munitions. He then lay in wait in the comfort of his mother's arms, seemingly innocent, until passed on to me. The diaper was impressively full, but nothing I couldn't handle. No, it wasn't until the diaper was off that the young lad unleashed his stockpile.
Oh, no.
Not all at once, though. Strategically placed. Always right when you thought the barrage was over. That the tank was empty, that's when another wave came through. I was humbled this early morning, August 2nd. I have to hand it to the young lad. Job well done.
I never realized until hearing your entries when you meet with other dads how much shared PTSD you're probably going. It's this war you're going through together. It's your own little band of brothers.
Totally. It sometimes feels like you're going to war and
that's so funny.
You're out in the foxhole all alone. So it's good to remember that there are other dads out there going through the same thing. But yes, this concludes our segment of Diaper Diaries with Lane.
That's amazing. Wow.
It's kind of amazing how much they expel. But
does he feel lighter afterwards? Does he physically feel lighter?
Only in his temperament.
A weight has been lifted.
He's happy to be out of his shit, and that's often what I say. Let me help you out of the shit, my friend. I gotcha.
Sometimes you're in it. You got to get out.
I work a couple nights a week at a bar, and I sent them a message one night because, in the heat of a busy night, you're in the shit, but you're with everybody, and I feel bad I'm not there with them, but I reminded them that even though I'm not there with them, I am in spirit dealing with my own level of shit from other young patrons at my home as they deal with the young patrons at the bar, giving them shit. It's in solidarity always,
There you go.
You got to keep it lighthearted because there's definitely the moments, I will not lie, you're tired and he's screaming and you just want to get the diaper on and go back to bed, and then he does something like that, and it's like, if I didn't love this creature as much as I do, it's like my buddy's dad told me, you think you know what love is now? You have no idea. You're gonna discover love in a whole nother level. And he was right. But he also didn't warn me that I would love that thing, but also battle internally about wanting to chuck it out the window sometimes. Not really, but it's like, you gotta be honest. It's sometimes you're test to the limit in patience.
Yeah.
And he's only 5 weeks old, so look out for high school. Jesus Christ, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I wonder, is there anything that you've noticed this last week, Lane, when you go out? What's he picking up on that's different? What is he hearing? Is he seeing a little bit further?
Totally. It has changed. Yeah, that's a good question. And I think it's so what I've learned in this last week with this discovery that he's seeing more. It's not that his eyes don't work. It's the connection, the synapse is connecting better. And so that allows them to see further. And there's a way better technical term for all of this than what I just gave. But generally that's what's happening. It's like his eyes are working, but the connection and how the message is sent to the brain so that he's actually then able to interpret what he's seeing only gets better as they age. And so you can see that he's seeing a little bit more. Like before, you're like, I think he's just laughing because there's gas. Like he's not seeing me and being like, oh, Dad.
Right.
It's like something internally just happened that I'll have to clean up later. But now I feel like he's able to see much further, and it's kind of like how it's amazing to watch fire. It's just mesmerizing, or sit and watch the ocean waves. Why, I don't know. Watching him take in the world is kind of that same way where you're just like mesmerized, and it, reminds you too, just stop and take it in. That's all you really got to do. It's here, and it's kind of a miracle that you're here, able to take it in.
That's
just to get a little sentimental there. But.
Yeah, I mean, and it's funny, I never thought of it that way. When you talk about just learning how to interpret those synapses and what he's seeing, because if you think about it, he's got a sense that he didn't have a few weeks ago. All of a sudden he has sight.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And, it starts by contrast. So like, some of the mobiles you'll see, they're like black and white, and that's just like, that's kind of all they're really able to interpret. But that's exactly it. And it's wild because they have these new things at every moment that they didn't have yesterday or last week. And to witness that is, it's the gift of being a parent,
Yeah.
And also the scary and sad part, it's like those things that's gone now. That new discovery of like, I have a thumb and I put it in my mouth. And it's like, wow, you just did that.
Yeah.
You figured that out. Watching someone figure it out who you're like the biggest fan of, it's great. It's a great thing.
Before we hop off here, I want to ask,
do
you have a favorite baby device that you guys are using? As far, it might be an app, it might be something that makes your life easier. Is there a good parent contraption that you guys are using?
We busted out the like carrying baby Bjorn, like carrying thing. So when we go for a hike, not having to push the stroller. And I can't wait for like the on the back, like going for like a hike type of thing, but it's a step closer to that. So I guess that would be it. Just the ability to have, even if I'm inside and like doing chores or whatever, to have him close, and also to feel like, I got this. I can do this. I can have the baby, and like, it's kind of uplifting in a way. And it feels like, dads, we can do anything.
Right.
It's like, dads are great. I'm a part of this new club, man. We got this. This is awesome. But we're using that app for the tracking the poops and pees and whatnot, which has been really cool. And then there's the other one that we started using. I forget the name of it. I just want to pull it up real quick. The Wonder Weeks. And what's cool about that, in regard to your question, is there are things that they, through data collection and research, have discovered happen for babies as in their development, give or take a week or so. Right. And they call them leaps. And so they go through these stages where, at this day or this, amount of weeks, they're going to go through a major change, and they will literally wake up, and the world that they went to sleep knowing will be different because of how they can see, how they can hear, and how that interpretation of all that is changed. And they say there's going to be like major cries and fussiness and things like that leading up to it. And we're like almost into what they call the first leap. We're a couple days out, and we're actually kind of in the beginning of it. So the write-up, it says, if I could just read a little bit real quick. Imagine that you go to sleep in your familiar world, and when you wake up, the world has completely changed. Wouldn't it upset you? Crying, crankiness, you cling to those for those few people you know and don't ever want to let go. That is exactly what your baby experiences when he takes a leap in mental development. So they've like done all this research, and so we're preparing for the first major leap, which was beginning at the fussy phase of week 4, but we're kind of just finding it now. So it helps you track that, which is really great, especially like that's talking to my parents and being like, my dad was watching me do something. He's like, where did you learn how to do that? I was like, helping him work the gas by pushing his knees up into his stomach, which I think a lot of people know. But my dad was like, I was like, oh, I think I saw it on the internet, or like, my algorithm now, Dad, on Instagram, and then I just see the glaze over, and it's like, right. Yeah. Different generation. I'm like, the internet. He's like, oh, wow, that's really cool. Yeah. And, just talking with them about those types of things and how I think disheartening it could be as a new parent to not have a tool like this, or even just tracking the pees and poops, but also like there was a discovery that this old opera singer had made about what sounds babies are making, like the nan meaning hungry and all these cries. And there's like a video. She was on Oprah a while back. I think 2009 is the clip, or 2006. I forget. But around that era. And it's really caught on, and it's a thing that now everybody can access by the internet. And most doctors, pediatricians will share with you, like, hear that he's hungry, or hear that he's uncomfortable, or that cry actually means discomfort and love. Yeah. It's remarkable. There's like 5 major sounds that the baby makes in their cry. Like the nah is nah, nah, nah. And that means that they're hungry, which is amazing. They can actually communicate to you.
Wow.
And if I didn't know that, I mean, you just would feel like this kid is so upset. I don't know what to do. I'm failing him as a parent. And we're so fragile as babies, but also as parents, you know, of like, I got to do the right thing for my kid. And like,
right.
Which, I think any parent feels. But if you don't have the tools, and to think that, you know, our parents didn't have as much as we do today. Yeah. It's, you know, in some way gives me hope for like how connected we can all be through our phones and our computers and all that, and doing something like this, that maybe someone will hear this and go, oh, let me look that up, or what is the Wonder Weeks app, or, you know, it's great. You know, the internet isn't such an evil, terrible place all the time. You know, it's good. We're doing good things.
I just love how technology has moved so fast to help us out in so many cool, like that's such a cool thing. I recently was rewatching the Disney cartoon 101 Dalmatians, and in it the parents are pregnant and they're going to have a baby. And at one point the mom says, oh, if only there was a way to know which sex it was going to be. And I was like, oh my gosh, even back, they didn't have that then. It's just how fast things move now to just the information that we can get access to and have.
Oh yeah.
And just something like that, that's so cool that you can take that and interpret. And because, you know, you, as far as like talking, you know, you can't say, tell me what you're feeling, tell me what is wrong. And so just having that one little piece of the puzzle, man, that's a game changer.
Oh yeah. And, you know, talking about that with my parents and my wife's parents, they were like, well, no, we didn't know that. We didn't have that information about the sounds. And it's like, well, how did you know? Like, well, we went through a cycle of like, well, does he need to eat? Does he need to change? Does he need to, you know, and sometimes we didn't know. And, you know, my parents, when I was born, they were up in the mountains of Colorado, and my dad worked down in the city, and my mom was like alone up in the mountains, like 8 to 10 hours a day as he worked. And I can only imagine how, scary. I mean, and you quickly, I think it gets to the point of like, I'm no good. I can't do what's needed for my kid. It must be terrifying.
Yeah, well, and you know, thanks to the internet, we have this little thing that we can do together. And man, it's been good getting with you on this second episode, 5 weeks in.
Yeah.
I will talk to you soon, and I can't wait to see what happens next.
Same here, buddy.